welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lulu Tovar. I love makeup, beauty, and affordability. I started my channel last year right before COVID shut down the whole entire world. As you can tell by the title of the video, I'll be catching y'all up on why I've been away from YouTube. Just as a disclaimer, I will be addressing a couple of topics that have to do with mental health. Before we get into it, be sure to follow me on all my active social medias, so Instagram and TikTok. Please like and subscribe to my channel to see future videos now that I'm back. I'll be summarizing a lot of the major things that happened. So if y'all want to know more about anything in particular, go ahead and let me know in the comments and I'll go into more depth on whatever that is. So the biggest culprit in all of this, from the time that I started becoming less active on here, is COVID-19. Right before COVID-19 hit, I was already dealing with a little bit of, I guess I was just burnt out. I work a full-time job in nonprofit, and my boyfriend was working. He was working maybe 3, 4, or 5 jobs. He's a musician, and so he has a lot of different gigs. So because both of us were busy, we didn't really have a lot of time for ourselves, let alone for each other. It was very difficult for me to even voice that I was getting burnt out, because for me, I just have that type of personality that I threw myself into my work. As long as I was busy, it was keeping me from having to face the facts. And the facts were that I wasn't doing okay mentally. I know that I have anxiety, I know that I have all these different issues, and I was ignoring even my basic needs to be met. I couldn't wash my laundry, I wasn't cleaning my space, which made me feel like I wasn't deserving of a clean space. With that, I felt myself spiraling into depression. And to add a little bit more context to this, prior to COVID-19 hitting, my boyfriend had graduated from his master program, and we went to Germany that summer. As soon as we got back from Germany, we moved here to Austin, and it was our first apartment together because we had been living apart all these years while we were dating and everything. So this was a big step, that in of itself. When COVID-19 hit, we were already living here for about 6 months. For us to immediately go into quarantine because of a global pandemic, and us only having been situated for 6 months, that was just a lot. I remember trying to get used to living with my significant other. I love my boyfriend so much. That's why we got a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, so that we can have our space and everything. Quarantine, I feel like everyone can attest to this, was make or break for relationships. I was so scared about that happening to us too. My place of work, the physical office, had shut down, so I couldn't go to work anymore. I was working from home. Those first couple of weeks, it was pretty nice because I finally had that break from work. I was able to take a lot more time for myself. I was biking. Actually, me and my boyfriend biked a lot during maybe those first 4 to 6 weeks. I ended up getting onto TikTok just to see what all the fuss was about. I also wanted to just practice making videos on there because YouTube was super hard to think of video creation and editing and all that stuff. I was super new. TikTok is a little bit more easier. It's 15 to 60 seconds, and I'm just gonna post things that I like. Nobody's following me. I can just start doing things and not feel like anyone is judging me. My second video went viral. Not millions of views, but a couple of hundreds of thousands of views. I was able to grow a following pretty quickly on there. I think by the end of the summer I had 7,000 followers, which was crazy because I only have like 100 or so subscribers on YouTube. I wish I would have taken advantage of like the momentum of that following and everything and kept posting, but I didn't. I was posting as much as I could, so that's what matters. Actually, in January, I did hit my 10K on TikTok. I make a lot of Dollar Tree hauls, and I show you what kind of products you can find at Dollar Tree, specifically to beauty and makeup, because that's how I got into Dollar Tree in the first place, because they had a lot of cool makeup there. They have a lot of other cool things, so make sure you follow me on there to see more. And then I started incorporating a couple of like makeup routines and things that I like. You know, I feel like I really have a community there. That was another reason why I left my YouTube channel unattended. I did release a couple of videos here and there because I was forcing myself. I haven't posted anything for this year, 2021, but I hit my goal for 2020, and I had this whole vision board for 2020, y'all. My goal was post at least 10 videos that year, and I did. I'm glad that I at least made 10, and I started my channel. I was definitely focused on TikTok. Once I hit 10K in January, I was finally able to apply for the creator fund. I did get a little bit anxious just because I was happy that I was getting a following, but with that came a lot of low self-esteem on my end, because I don't want to put I just started filming my face on TikTok. Before, it was just like, you know, my hands picking up products or doing a DIY or something. And that was a really good way to ease into it. And then once I got comfortable, I started showing my face. But I was really insecure, especially because I started gaining a little bit more weight during quarantine and everything. It was really hard for me. I'm gonna cry. It was just really hard for me to feel beautiful because, you know, when you get out of a routine, it's really hard to even take care of yourself. And, you know, I went a couple of days without brushing my hair. I felt like I deserved all of the stuff that was happening to me. I would like really just talk so much crap to myself and beat myself up. But thankfully, I'm in a relationship that my partner really does listen to me and tries to make everything better. And with that came a lot of guilt because, you know, I had told myself in 2019 that in 2020 I was going to look for a therapist. That was the first thing I was supposed to do in January, and I didn't do that. And I continued not seeking help until the end of the year. Literally until the end of the year is when I finally found a therapist. It was around August where I felt it. Like, I felt like I was getting into depression. I wasn't even depressed at the beginning of the year, I don't think. I don't even remember what happened in August. That's when I started feeling the depression, like it was crippling. Like, I couldn't get out of bed. It was really difficult for me to even eat. I'm getting depressed thinking about it. I still have depression, but I've been able to manage it a lot. Before I get into now, in August, my sister moved in with me. We actually had to go pick her up from California in the middle of a pandemic. She goes to college out there. She decided to take a year off, and you know, I started prepping her room because, like I said, we moved into a 2-bedroom, 2-bath and everything, and that's my sister. Of course, I'm gonna take care of her. We went all the way over there to go pick her up, and she moved in. And I never would have expected like close proximity and everything. My boyfriend and I went from being quarantined in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath to only living in 1 bedroom and 1 bath. It took some getting used to and everything. I definitely felt a little bit stifled because I didn't have my own space anymore. I had a shared space. It felt even more difficult to escape or like, you know, do my own thing. I wasn't able to film comfortably. Now, like, my sister knows that I film TikToks all the time, like, don't go in my room, don't bother me, don't be loud. They're super supportive of me. But at first I didn't want to, you know, kind of assert myself, and it's not like I'm being a bitch and telling everyone to not bother me and stuff like that. It's more like, you know, everyone here respects boundaries. It was just really difficult for me to adjust because it was the pandemic, it was the depression setting in, and then my sister being here, which added another stressor, not because she is a bother to be here with me. She's just high risk. I put a lot of pressure on myself because I wanted to make sure to keep her alive, just to be plain and simple. But I had that like deep set anxiety that if I brought this into my home and something happened to my sister, I could not live with myself. And I feel like not a lot of people think that way. As you can see, people are just running amok, even though there's still a pandemic going on. It was just a lot to bear on my shoulders, was that, and then a lot of familial stuff. I keep saying everything was difficult, but y'all know y'all know that COVID sucks and made it just unbearable. I digress. Let me go ahead and fast forward. I got Invisalign in October, like shortly before my birthday or after my birthday, I don't remember. Actually finished my last trays. I'm gonna get a couple of extra trays just because I'm not completely happy with where they're at now. I feel like my teeth need a little fine tuning. That was one of the biggest regrets, is me not filming my entire progress throughout that time. I was already dealing with a lot of stuff, so I'm just, you know, gonna let go of like these missed opportunities because there's a reason that they're missed. But my teeth, they're really nice. Go back to my past videos, you can see the crowding at the bottom teeth, my canine sticking out, my two front teeth kind of protruding out. These are my teeth, my chompas. I am so happy with them, especially because I started filming more videos on me doing my makeup on TikTok, and you could see my teeth, and it's just like, I feel like bottom teeth are just really sexy. 20 minutes. Okay, so I need to wrap this up because I keep going off on tangents, but I'm hitting the major points. So the biggest things were COVID, TikTok, my anxiety and depression, Invisalign, and my sister moving in. With TikTok, it really helped me practice my recording skills, my editing skills, and I don't know if you can tell, but I feel a lot more comfortable in front of the camera right now than I have ever before. So I'm really thankful that I did take this time to focus on TikTok before I returned here. I'm so happy that I was able to build a following on TikTok and gain a new perspective. I totally feel that I am a new person now than I was last year. And I remember mourning at like the thought of last year because I was like, there's so much, like I said, there's so much missed opportunity. But yeah, I feel like I got a lot more practice in spiritually. I'm still growing. So I mentioned earlier that I started seeing a therapist. Therapy was going well and everything, and especially going into the new year. And then something super severe happened here in Texas, and we had the winter storm. It was traumatizing to say the least. Thankfully, we were only displaced for like, I want to say like 48 hours, maybe a little bit more. And we were lucky enough to stay with neighbors that had their heater, they had their lights. We were without electricity for about 48 hours. And then when our electricity came back, we didn't have water for almost 2 weeks. And having to recover after the storm was very difficult. I actually had an appointment the night that we lost, or not that night, but the morning after we lost power, and my therapist called me and I didn't answer, and I remember messaging her, you know, that my power went out and I only have my phone. After the storm, I tried reaching out and emailing her and everything, and she completely ghosted me. So I'm currently in the process of looking for another therapist. I also inquired about seeing a nutritionist, especially because I have a history with eating disorder and symptoms of eating disorders and stuff. I've never been officially diagnosed, but I have a not so healthy relationship with food. Currently, right now, I haven't been to therapy in a month. And I thought I was doing good, but I've seen a lot of the things that trigger me. It's been a ride. Thankfully, I have a great support system. My sister's really good about keeping me accountable on all this stuff. I've been journaling a lot more lately. Yeah, and this is like the road to becoming a healthier, happier me. I'm still healing, I'm trying my best, and I know that that's what matters. But yeah, so that's everything that I've been up to. Basically a whole summary of what's been going on. If you want to know more, I'm thinking about making like a video on how I got 10K followers on TikTok. Maybe include some tips and tricks. I can give you advice on Invisalign and everything if y'all want to know, like basically like what I paid, how long it took, did it hurt, like all this stuff. I'm glad to be back because I just want to do it. I just want to make videos on here. I want to be able to monetize on all this stuff, and I just truly enjoy, I do enjoy making videos. It's just been a little bit difficult. You know, I wasn't having fun before when I was making YouTube videos, and that's the honest truth. I was judging myself hard, and if things weren't perfect, I felt like I was just putting out like the most mediocre things. And TikTok really took a lot of that away, like all of those worries and anxieties that I had. So I feel a lot better about posting. What's next? Well, I plan to continue posting on YouTube. I always post on TikTok, maybe not super consistent as in like daily, but you do see videos every week, so that's a thing. I'm also going to be having a giveaway on TikTok. I wanted to have my first giveaway here on YouTube, but that didn't work out. I'm going to have my first giveaway ever on TikTok, so if you stayed to the end of this, go ahead and check that video out. And if you're here from TikTok and you stayed to watch the end of this, good luck. I think that's everything. I don't even know how to end this, but I hope you like my setup. This is my background. This is my space, my beauty corner, I like to call her. I'm just blabbering on now. I'd love to make different things. I have a lot of ideas. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and make sure you follow me on my socials, Instagram and TikTok in particular. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.